Guys, this is adding sound design using Premiere Pro. This means that you've already finished the entire animatic. Every frame is at least a second long if you're not trying to really show motion, right? So this is just because a second can kind of let your audience digest what is happening. So once you have everything looking like this, it's long enough for us to process, you're going to hit File, Export, Video Media. Make sure the format is H.264. The output is your MP, your USB drive, right? So Animatic folder. This one doesn't matter too much. Animatic end of year, save, export. Media encoder is going to open up. Cool. You'll get a message here telling you it's done and one in Animate. So you can hit OK. You can close Animate at this point. Since this is somebody else's work, I'm just going to hit no because I won't need that. Okay, so I can click on this link here and it'll take me exactly to where that file exported. And I want you to open up Premiere Pro. So I'm going to close this now that I have that file. Premiere Pro is P and then R. So my screen, my interface might look different for Premiere Pro than yours because it is a new version. But you're basically going to hit New Project. You're going to rename this your last name, first name initial, underscore animatic. Project location, my USB under the animatic folder, select folder, and then create. Cool. So if it looks, if it's set to something else, like mine's set to color right now because we did some color correction for graphic design, I want you to click on this icon over here and change it to Essentials. And this will be easier for you to work with. So this part right here is where you'll drag and drop all the files, all your sound, the MP4 for your animatic. These are your small toolbar, your timeline, and what we're actually going to be exporting on this side. So I'm going to click on my Finder, look for the MP4 I just exported, drag and drop it. And then I have a couple sound effects here, sound files, so I'm just going to drag and drop that in here too. And this is where Premiere Pro is pretty simple. You just drag and drop to your timeline. And you'll notice that there is sound attached to it, and we can easily unlink this. I mean, nothing's really going to get in our way, so you don't have to unlink it. But if you accidentally added sound that you don't want to, then you would just right click on here, unlink, and then you can delete this here. Okay. But it's okay, we just drag and drop stuff. I'll do that one more time. Right click, unlink, click on the sound at the bottom, and then hit delete. And now I can kind of scrub this playhead here and start dropping sounds. So for example, I think we added a dog barking sound here, so you should probably rename these. Okay, but I know this is a dog, so I'm going to drag and drop it here. And it ends about right here. And I just hover over the end, and when you see this little red arrow, you drag and drop it to line up here. And the cool thing about this is that if you click on here and then you go to Effects, Audio Transitions, Crossfade, Exponential Fade, so this means that it'll slowly fade out. I can click on this and then drag it on here and it'll slowly fade out. Example, Um, I can also, if it's long enough, you can add it in the beginning as well. And it's a nice little fade out. So then you just kind of drag this over here. Um, we could have made car noises on there, walking sounds, but I believe this is where I had it. So come back to my project files, drag and drop this one here, go to effects again, exponential fade. And if you move this cursor down here, right, it minimizes or expands the timeline, but I'm going to grab this here and then line it up to here and add the same thing but towards the end. If I felt like this last scene went by too fast, I'd have to go back to animate if I wanted to, or I can just simply cut it here. So line it up to here, grab this tool right here, the razor tool, line it up to here. Now I can kind of grab this. Huh. It should allow you to. Oh, because I can do 30 seconds here. Nope. All right, to cheat the system, what I did was that little piece that I cut, I just hit Command C, Command V to paste a copy, and it did just that to make it last a little bit longer. So now I can grab it and extend it. But yeah, see what I mean? Some scenes are just really, really short, but you can use this to cut, this to move. You should be able to like expand things with this tool, just like we did with the sound. But if it's not letting you, just select the this little clip here, Command C, and then Command V. Just pasted a third one. But that's basically it. Once you have all the sound, all these sounds, I'm sorry, for your animatic added into Premiere Pro, you're going to go to File, Save, first of all, and then File, Export, send to Adobe Media Encoder. If that's not there for you, then you'll do File. I'll do both, but same thing that I did earlier, only I could change the name. I don't know why it didn't give me a window to do it, but I can click on here and change it to what I do want your file to be called, which is your last name, first name, initial, underscore, animatic. And it's the wrong folder. Let's see how that one's renamed. I'm gonna put 2 because I don't want it to give me an error. And then you'll hit this play button here. If it's successful, you'll get a little okay. Because I do have a new version and I don't know if you guys have it, I'm going to do a file, export, media, if this is the only thing that's available to you. Make sure you rename it here to your last name, first name, initial, underscore, animatic. I'm going to put 3 because I've done 3 of these. Location, in your USB, in the animatic folder, MP4, save. This stays the same. This, you want to make sure that the entire source is selected, and then you'll hit export if send to media encoder is not on there. If it is, you click on that. If it's not, export and let it do its thing. And this is the file that you will submit to the final project. Okay, and it'll be listed on there as well, animatic final. Let me know if you guys have any questions.